Forget everything you thought you knew about GTA 6, a leak hints at a mind-blowing twist, 3 playable timelines, craft your criminal legacy across eras, mastermind intricate heists in the roaring 20s, smuggle contraband through the neon-soaked 80s, and dominate the modern criminal underworld. Buckle up, this leak, if true, is a game changer. Stay tuned for the GTA 6 leaks and news to crack this case wide open. Subscribe if you want me to give away multiple GTA 6 copies on the release date. Thank you and let's go. As most of you suggested on the previous video, just go ahead and read the whole part. So if you haven't watched the previous video, you can watch this screenshot over here or check it out, check out the previous video and read it. I already read it before, but we will continue with the second part. So, second part of this possible leak, but we already know this fake information, but it written pretty well, and in the future some of these parts might be true, so let's talk it out. There's a brief pause before Stephanie cracks a small grin on her face. She tells Lucia that the purpose of their meeting is for her to tell Lucia that her application for parole was accepted. Lucia breathes a heavy sigh of relief at the good news. Lucia asks what the next step is, barely containing her excitement. Stephanie tells her that a hearing will be set up with the parole board, and she suggests that Lucia consult with her lawyer in preparation for the meeting. They then converse a bit about how life has been in the prison, and it's revealed during this conversation that Stephanie and Lucia had developed a sort of surrogate mother-daughter relationship, with Lucia saying that Stephanie has pretty much been one of the few people who genuinely cared about and believed in her, something that she didn't receive from her childhood. They conclude their meeting with Stephanie giving Lucia some advice about love and relationships, telling her to be careful with who she gets involved with, that sometimes love can blind us to the danger that's right in front of us, essentially reinforcing what we were told during Lucia's brief narration in the beginning. Lucia nods in agreement and stands up to head out of the office. As she reaches the door, Lucia turns around and tells Stephanie that she will miss her, and that she's thankful for all the support she's given, as Stephanie nods back and humorously quips back to not miss her so much that Lucia ends up back in prison. From here, the shot does a fade transition to the outside entrance of the prison, where we see Lucia walking outside dressed in civilian clothes, white crop top and block track pants. We see that 2 weeks have passed and it's sunny outside and it's late morning. A black late 2000s BF Club S based on 2009 Volkswagen Rabbit S interior pulls up in the parking lot. A woman with a brunette pixie cut, tattoos and sunglasses is behind the wheel. She's screaming excitement and rush to hug. She slowly parks up by Lucy and exits the car. At the moment, both women screaming excitement and rush to hug each other. The woman's name is Christina, but goes by Chrissy for short. Chrissy is an old friend of Lucia's. They've known each other for a better part of 7-8 years. She's a former drug addict who successfully completed rehab recently and is now doing pretty good for herself, working as an accomplished tattoo artist at a well-known shop in Port Gellhorn. Both Lucia and Chrissy exclaim to each other how different the other looks, and Lucia is no longer thin and has a rather toned, athletic physique. Chrissy is no longer pale and gaunt, looking from the years of drug abuse. She is now at a healthy weight and her skin has a beautiful radiant glow. Lucia asks Chrissy what she did with her long hair, and Chrissy responds back that the rehab has been quite the transformation for her. Chrissy looks down and realizes there's an ankle monitor on Lucia's right leg, as Lucia notices and shrugs that it's part of her parole conditions. She then suggests to Chrissy that it's time to hit the road back to Port Gellhorn. She agrees and they both excitedly hop into the car and make their way back home. At this point, an upbeat song begins playing, and it's an original song produced by one of the game's few music composers. We'll use this track as a placeholder, Bleacher's Modern Girl. The intro credits begin rolling, overlaid on a montage of shots of the Leonida highways that the pair are traveling on. Shots that look like they are being taken from a smartphone and various other sites in the Leonida landscape. As the song nears its end, we see that they make it back to the house Chrissy rents in the northern section of Port Gellhorn. It's a modest home, single floor, 2-bedroom and 1.5 bathrooms, with a basement and a gravel driveway with a carport capable of fitting 2 vehicles. Chrissy remarks that her roommate just moved out a month ago, and so the timing was perfect for Lucia to grab the vacant room. Chrissy parks her car in the driveway and they make their way into the house. At this point, the player is given a tour of the house and its features and amenities. Lucia's room features a full-size bed and wardrobe. The bed is where Lucia sleeps and saves progress. It works very much the same as it does in RDR2, in which the player has options to choose how long they want Lucia to sleep for. The choices are morning 6 am, noon 12 pm, dusk 6 pm, and midnight 12 am. The room can be slightly customized with the additions of extras like posters, a bigger bed, bigger dresser, wardrobe, and the color of the lighting. The bathroom is where Lucia's Jason can shower to clean themselves of dirt, mud, and blood. The bathroom mirror can be used for Lucia to apply makeup and style her hair, ponytails, buns, and braids, and Jason can use it for shaving and shaping of his facial hair. From there is the living room, which features a couch, a love seat, and a reclining chair that the character can sit in and relax or use their phones to make calls, text, and browse the intranet. There's also a TV that can be watched for entertainment. There's also a laptop on a desk in the living room that a player can sit at and use to browse the intranet. After that, there is a functional kitchen that a player can spend time in, and it features a pantry that is stocked with snacks that replenishes itself. Additional snacks can be purchased at stores that will then be automatically added to the pantry. There is also a stove and microwave where the player can cook meals, like the meals you can get at the salons in the Red Dead 2. Clothing shops, tattoo parlors, barber shops, Jason, and salons Lucia are now unlocked upon completion of this intro sequence. Since Christina is an accomplished tattoo artist, players can visit her at her shop to receive tattoos at a discounted price. Friends earn family discounts. Christina also offers unique tattoo designs that cannot be purchased at any other shop, as these personalized designs are inspired by distinct street graffiti that can be found all across the state of Leonida. The player must take a photo of the graffiti art piece with their phone, then text it to Christina, which will unlock the corresponding unique tattoo design. Next up, big claim, Grand Theft Auto 6 story has been leaked. Another possible leak, which is probably fake. So here we could see the contact info through the WhatsApp app. Jason cautions her against doing another job, but Lucia says she wants to check something out. She pulls out the prepaid phone she bought from the store. A burner phone, smart. And Lucia goes, I need your help with this. Jason, hold on, why me? I'm not trying to get roped into whatever is going on with you, these hoods and the local PD. I'm trying to help my sister out with something while I'm here. Lucia, I'm not asking you to put yourself in harm's way. Think of it more as recon work. Jason, reckon? Lucia, yeah, reckon. I'm going to contact the guy. I'm going to contact the guy. He goes by the name of RJ. He's gonna provide me with an address that I pick him up from. Only I'm not gonna be there. You're gonna be posted up nearby, keeping watch on things. Jason, you're trying to see if the cops are stalking them, aren't you? You think they're under civilians? Lucia, the thought has crossed my mind, I know. And how can we know that it's probably fake? On a screenshot you can basically see the Jason saying stacking, not stalking, so I mean that's just someone created his own suggestion. But there's also some true people like Penkiller on the Twitter that actually say this is my idea of how the first mission of GTA 6 will be. Not the leak, but actual suggestion and idea. And here we go. The first mission of GT6 could set the stage for a gripping and immersive narrative, blending high-octane action with a character-driven storytelling. Here's an idea for all the opening mission. Title: Breaking Out. Setting: the game opens in Vice City, a vibrant and sprawling metropolis filled with neon lights, beaches, and crime. The player character, Lucia, is former gang member trying to go straight, is introduced in a high-security prison serving time for crime they didn't commit. Objective: escape from prison and find out who framed you. Mission breakdown. First, cutscene. The game starts with a cinematic that shows Lucia in her cell reading a letter. The letter hints at a setup and offers a way out, signed by an unknown benefactor. The camera pans to a guard shift change, subtly showing the layout and routines of the prison. 2. Gameplay start. The player gains control of Lucia during the night. Following the letter's instructions, the first objective is to create a diversion. Lucia needs to cause a small riot of fire in the prison kitchen or yard to distract the guards. 3. Stealth sequence. With the diversion in place, Lucia must navigate through the prison using stealth. He avoids guards, hacks security cameras, and unlocks doors. Along the way, Lucia encounters and frees an old ally who has vital information about the setup. 4. Action sequence. The stealth fails when a guard spots Lucia, triggering an intense chase and shootout. Lucia and her ally must fight their way through the prison using makeshift weapons and cutting to survive. 5. They escape. They reach the prison's outer wall where a pre-arranged getaway vehicle waits. A thrilling chase ensues with Lucia taking control of the vehicle while his ally provides cover fire. 6. Safehouse. The mission concludes with Lucia and her ally reaching a safe house. The ally reveals partial information about the people who framed Lucia and why they did it, setting the stage for the broader narrative. 7. Cutscene. The final cutscene shows Lucia determined to clear his name and seek revenge. The camera zooms out to show the sprawling city of Vice City filled with opportunities and dangers. Outcome. The mission introduces key gameplay mechanics such as the stealth, combat, driving, and hacking, and it also establishes the main plotline of the game, with Lucia seeking to uncover the conspiracy against him while navigating the criminal underworld of Vice City. This mission would provide a dynamic and engaging introduction, hooking player with its mix of tension, action, and narration and narrative intrigue. So that's all the ideas we have right here by some people on Reddit. Three of them are completely different from each other, and all of them are not completely leaks. They are just someone's suggestions, and that's what we have. If you're really excited for more stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.